It's Thursday night, and tonight is the night we answer our voluminous viewer mail. Let me remind you, these are actual letters from actual viewers. Let's get right to it, shall we? And tonight, since it is kind of a special evening, I'm going to ask our own director, Hal Gertner, to enhance the viewer mail presentation by calling out the number of the letters. Hal?
First name is Gurney.
I'm sorry, Gurney. Hal Gurney.
Letter number 1.
Dear Dave, we've been watching the show since the mid-50s, and the question on our minds is, have your eyebrows been bleached, and if so, why? Inquisitively yours, Jeff Weaver and Charles Trotter. Keep in mind, it took 2 guys to write this letter. This comes from Los Angeles, California. You know, Paul, speaking of Los Angeles, that reminds me. I was in L.A. last week, you know, and I went to that new Prudhomme restaurant.
You did?
Yeah. Oh, it was great.
Is that Paul Prudhomme?
No. Don Prudhomme. I had the nitro-burning prawns. That was unbelievable.
Ah.
Unbelievable. That was,
Must have
really
been.
enjoyed that one.
Letter number 2.
Thank you very much, Hal. Dave, your eyebrows turned white several months ago, and you haven't been the same ever since. You know something else? Your eyes, they're squintier. Sincerely, Barbara. Well, you know, Barbara, that's true. I know I've been squinting a lot, and you know why? It's those damn roses. I see them everywhere. I can't seem to escape them. There, please, someone must help me. Get rid of those roses, please. Please.
Number 3.
Oh, thank you very much, Hal. Thank you. You know what happened there, Paul? I was looking at those roses on that stationery, and of course I was momentarily hypnotized.
That's what happened.
Did you call it out, Hal?
No.
Letter number 3.
Okay.
Again.
Dear Dave, letter number 3 begins, what's with the eyebrows? Do you shave them off? Or are they a much lighter blonde than your hair? In which case, which do you dye, your hair or your eyebrows? Your pal, Gary Brown, St. Louis, Missouri. P.S. The Mets are pond scum. Yeah. Hold it right there, Gary. Let me make one thing clear here. The Mets, in fact, are not pond scum. I'll prove it to you with this chart. Okay. First of all right, the Mets emit CO2. Okay, so does pond scum. The Mets occasionally very damp. All right, same with the pond scum. The Mets consume microbes. Pond scum consumes microbes. The Mets failed to beat St. Louis in the NL East, and well, so did the pond scum. Here's one difference. The Mets are eligible for free agency after 5 years. Pond scum not eligible for free agency after 5 years. The Mets annually sponsor Thermal Mugnite. Pond scum, on the other hand, disdain flashy promotions. Finally, the Mets have one player named Mookie. Pond scum, everyone is named Mookie. So, as you can see here, the Mets are clearly not pond scum. And as Hal Gurney, our director, informs us, it's time now for letter number 4. Dear David, please tell us why you keep your eyebrows gray. With your red hair, your white brows look ridiculous. We watch your show every night it is on. Darken your brows. Mrs. C.O. Van Vactor, LaPorte, Indiana. I have friends from LaPorte, Indiana.
Really?
Yeah, I went to college with a woman named Marty Decker from LaPorte, Indiana.
Really?
Nice woman. You don't care, do you?
Well...
Mrs.
No,
C.O. Van Vactor, LaPorte, Indiana. Oh, there's a P.S. here. Please, Paul, come to my rescue. And there's some sort of silly little drawing there. Gee, what is this? A cryptic message about Paul coming to the rescue in that little drawing? Paul, do you know anything about this?
No. I don't know why you think I'd know anything about it. So.
Let me tell you something about tonight's show. You folks at home are witnessing comedy on the cheap tonight. There's about an 18-cent piece right there. And what'd that ring go for, Paul? That's like a quarter, right?
Well, if you can see the construction of it, it's actually it's a Woolworths ring, and there's a thing kind of stuck on top of it. But
I mean, it just goes to show you don't need a huge budget to have a lot of good, clean fun, do you?
ain't it the truth?
That's right.
Letter number 5.
Thank you very much, Hal.
There's more.
That letter number 5, yeah. Dear Dave, I watch your show every night, and I think it's great. There's just one problem. What the hell's the deal with your eyebrows? Why are they a different color than your hair? Please reply. Your pal, Bill Bryan, SUNY Brockport. That's State University of New York at Brockport, I guess. Well, you know, if it will put this matter to rest for once and all, I'll tell you the story my parents told me about my eyebrows. You see, they had gone to the hospital. Mom was about to go into the delivery room, and it happened just about like...
Don't worry, honey. Everything's going to be just fine.
I know it will.
So long as he gets your beautiful hair.
And your normal eyebrows.
I'd be happy if he got either one.
Oh, honey.
Mr. Letterman, it's a boy.
That's our viewer mail. Gosh, we have a great show tonight. But first, here's a brand new pickle from Vlasic. New Vlasic Zesty Dills. And not a minute too soon.